Hello, brothers and sisters. Today, I want to share my story and testimony of how God led me to discover an amazing plant, one used for thousands of years for healing but not often spoken about in this manner. A journey that revealed hidden health secrets most churches won't discuss. A secret so taboo, you may not believe it, but you can research it yourself as I did. My story starts in my young teenage years, alone in the beautiful stained glass accented church sanctuary. I sat in the pew, awaiting more people to arrive when God spoke to me. You know I provide for you all as I do for the sparrows. I provide for all your needs. I created a plant for mankind that provides food, clothing, shelter, medicine, and all you need. It covers all you need to survive. I provide it as a gift to my children. I was perplexed and confused. Why do we have such issues with the poor? Lack of food, medicine, shelter, and everything we would need. This could not be. I was shocked. How can this not be utilized? I thought. I don't know of such a plant like this that you provide, God. If you provided something like that, I know the evils of the world and your adversaries would be upset. I bet they would make it illegal, I stressed. He replied, It is. I knew something was going on, and this plant was outlawed. It needed to be spoken about if this was the case. God is the ultimate provider for us. He creates and takes care of us. He gives us the wisdom and power to overcome, as He also provides us with His Son as a sacrifice and to help us spiritually. I asked Him to tell me what it was so that I could spread the word and tell people. He told me He would lead me to discover it in time, that He would guide me to the information. And He did. I did not expect it, but I was in time for learning in my life and was surprised at how deep this would go, how this plant was used in all these manners, how it would be known and testified by men, those of science and of spiritual nature. It would go far enough that I would learn that God calls it appeasing to Him in the Bible and extends to other faiths, many of them having stories of how it was divinely given to mankind. This fulfilled and answered a question many atheists bring up, as well as a reason to doubt God. Why does God not provide for all His people then? He does. The selfishness of mankind keeps it for himself and does not serve his brother and sister. Reviewing statistics of food hunger and about philanthropy from my namesake Harry Chapin, world hunger is a selfishness issue. There is plenty of food around the world for all its people. It's the logistics of getting it to the people that fails. There are also literally laws to stop serving people good food. Same as this plant, this herb, looking into it, it's completely regulated in many places and does not have an impact on many lives. I thought surely this had to be big business if it was a thing. It was. It's been called out to be the biggest cash crop in the world, even for industrial use. That is, the making of oils, resins, lumber, foodstuffs. It's all limited, worldwide. The world owns it and keeps it contained, you may say. Perhaps the adversary that opposes God, often called Satan or the devil. I was really in a place where I needed to understand what God was referring to. I asked Him to expose me to the truth and expose me to others who know about this. What would come would be a world I'd be injected into, a world that was researching the use of this plant. From thousands of uses to hundreds of uses, the limit seemed boundless. I want to take you all down the path of what I looked for and what I found. Many now state I have a bias for its use and proclaim it, but it all started when my love for plants was young. I only knew of the flora and fauna that was on my parents' country property. I'd never been exposed to this plant in any manner. It unraveled and fell into my lap as an impressive set of knowledge and fellowship with wise people who could also feel the essence of the plant and have decided to call it good, which really wrapped up my knowledge at this time. I learned that God said man would call things that are good as evil. along with finding that God made all plants and herbs for the service of mankind. We're here to tend to his green garden and make sure his earth provides in the best possible manner for his children. This also applies universally and gives me a green faith. All green on the earth is to be used with wisdom and discernment. Thanks for watching. Come back next time for the questions I asked and what was delivered to me to prove what God has done for us.